Good morning, 17th November 21. Tank Crew Management 5. The budget 2021 in the tanker crew management of, let's say, 23 were around $1.05 million. Now, with this COVID and the standardization of supply, it is $1.1 million, 24 crew members. The reason why it is so important to focus in this is because now in Spain, with the euro to the dollar at 1.13, we are very competitive towards crew management business. We are much more competitive crew management as, for example, north of Europe and even Asia and other countries, USA. So because the labor costs in Spain are becoming more competitive, more competitive, more competitive. We see how this mess of youth unemployment they have in Spain. So it's a very responsible way to provide the contracts to Scandinavia because we are investing very much in training the simplest way, the crew management business to these young heroes that are willing to enter into the labor market. Now it's very important to be closer in the center in the tanker crew management business because we are really closer in the center than even North Europeans that are very expensive and they're a bit further away. Most operations in the crew management are around Spain, around the Atlantic and the Mediterranean, close to Africa, America. 50% of world commerce and world fleet will be around here. So it's very important now that this crew management business, the mentality of the ship owners changes. We are much more competitive at 3% agency fees than the Northern Europeans or any other countries. Much more competitive. And we will be. Why? Because the governments of Spain, for example, are such a mess, fostering the employment of the youngsters. So they really, the more they do, the worse they do. Europe is really a mess about employment of youngsters. So this is a huge competitive advantage for us to employ these youngsters, put them in the office, teach them our 125 years old way of cooking and the crew management business, special recipes, how we have been doing for so long. And it is very important for ship owners to realize that it is a huge opportunity because we are here in Bilbao's headquarters where we do the finance and the crew management, the rest selections. We have special rates for Filipinas, very competitive fees. One system database, digital. So we are members also of IMEC and we have a huge competitive advantage towards a lot of ship managers because we have no conflict of interest. I don't know how complicated it is to understand the difference between a ship manager and a crew management company because we have no conflict of interest. There is huge conflict of interest with ship managers. Talent, 1. 2. Grants. 3. Wage scales. We will always be independent towards the intrinsic value of the ship owner, keeping the top officers always in the company for the long term because we are a 125-year-old company. So we are always interested in the long investment decisions with the ship owner. And we are looking forward to also with the length of the contracts to provide discounts in fees. It is no issue regarding this. There is many countries that are not competitive anymore. Switzerland, for example, Germany could be, because now the crew management cost we have here in Spain. And not forget another question is that Spain has the highest digital network for these Wi-Fi's and speed of internet and so on. This is a huge competitive advantage. We will have no shortage of energy because we are surrounded by sea. So other countries like Austria and so, they could have problems with pipes. Here, we will have not such. And it is very important now to realize that for tanker crew management, we are here to get huge number of fleets ready to give very good competitive advantage fees systems because risk is our main goal to erase. Risk aversion is very important in Scandinavia, and also we have possibility of this young now here, which no other country seems to have. Human resources, well, plenty youngsters want to enter here and work here in Bilbao, local people, all with university degrees. So think about it twice. It is much more competitive than any other countries today and will be because it's such a mess. the government administration. You probably know they are such a mess that unfortunately it will be great to find young talent. Thank you very much indeed. Take care. Bye.